It's Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin and Ethereum have both surged higher, but is this a bull trap or is this really based on big momentum? Let's take a look at our indicators to determine, and then we'll look at Bitcoin dominance to see if is there going to be some bad news for altcoin bag holders like me? This is the 24 hours of Bitcoin. You can pause the video to read through the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. It's just market observation, and it's really based on a trading plan that I wrote between 1994 and 1998. And I've been teaching to other people on cryptocurrency trading since 2015. You can find a link to these details down in the description below and head over to digitalcurrencytraders.com. Now, starting off with the weekly view of Bitcoin, and we're looking at the RSI. I'm going to go to the log scale just so I don't have to scale back to see this part of the chart. And what I want to point out here is the trend that went on in the RSI on the weekly all the way through the uptrend of the last big bull run. And we can see here that we are on an uptrend as well, but I'm anticipating there's got to be a time soon where the RSI is going to peak and it's going to come back. And it's got to be, if it matches what happened in the past, it's going to be on a massive day of volume where the RSI is going to be peaking, and from then we have a chance of the prices making a top formation and coming back. And right now our volume just doesn't match it, so I'm expecting that the RSI could be peaking higher on some strong volume, and that we're going to, if that's the case, then we're going to push through 6100 like it wasn't even there. So let's continue zooming in on these charts and see if we can verify that that's actually what's going to happen here by using our indicators. Now we're going to go to the on balance volume, and we can see that on balance we just don't have the real volume yet that some of these moves in the past have had. And really, for all the connection that we have with more places to buy Bitcoin and all this news about the big industrial players getting involved, I don't see the volume in the weekly to support that yet. When we go to look at the MACD, we can definitely see there's some volume and some momentum moving to the upside on the weekly here. So we just need to see that volume come in. And if I just go to the log chart again, and I guess maybe I have to go back to the RSI chart and back to the log chart. What I want to point out here is some of the correlation between the RSI and the flat levels of prices before a break higher. So we're going to be watching for what is our RSI doing. It still looks like it's a blast higher straight out of here. Now, I'm going to zoom in on the rest of these time frames to keep getting a feel for, is the momentum fading as we're coming up? As we're going up, is the momentum fading? These are the divergences that I want to monitor, because my trading system gets you into a trade right about here, maybe right about here, and your stop loss is just above it, and there's really nothing to do yet. We're watching for where to take profits, watching for where this is going to top, and we could take off part of our position. Let's clear this off and go in to the 3-month view and look for momentum. This is strong, so this is really very bullish on the 12-hour view. It used to be a bearish signal here. This divergence was bearish, and then it broke that right at a key time. So we can see right as this breaking out here, the RSI is breaking back above that. So this is a key moment in observing the different indicators at this time frame, so that when we're seeing this on a different chart and we're seeing this kind of formation, we know what's going to be going on, what might be coming next. We can anticipate that and use this pattern over and over and over again in the future to wring money out of the markets. This is the plan anyway. Now we go to the 5-year view. We're in the weekly. Now we're in the daily view of the on balance volume, and this is much better, steady volume coming in. That should this start to break higher, should this volume indicator here for the on balance volume break these levels, it's necessary. In order to punch through all of the support and resistance, we really need to see this again. We're back to the volume quandary. That's the daily view. Let's move into the 12-hour view on this, and wow, we just got volume coming like no worries. It's just steady all the way along. We'll watch for this to drop off or to pick up. It needs one way or the other to be able to tell us what's going to go next on this. Now I'm going to zoom into the MACD indicator on the daily. So it's just crossed to more positive with positive histogram. That's great. This is nowhere near as high as this MACD can go. This is also good when we're looking in the 12-hour. And I like to see this confirmation that right where we saw the RSI doing its thing, here on the 12-hour MACD, it also crossed at the very same time. So watching for these crosses while we have our technical patterns being broken is beautiful. I love to see these examples like this and to have it documented in a video form. Now, before I go on here, let me go off track a little bit, and I'm going to bring up a video from a few years ago, April the 3rd, 2016, where Bitcoin prices were making a fantastic consolidation pattern. And I was talking about we're going to go from $400 to $700 here. It's just such a great pattern, and it really blasted off and went well. If you want to check out that video, I'll put a link in the description below so you can go back to history. Whoops, I'm jumping ahead. Now, I want to finish up a little bit with Bitcoin dominance, because this is the 5-year view, the weekly view of Bitcoin dominance. And to my eye, there's not a lot of support and resistance between these levels here, between 55, 56% and 70%, 75%. So if Bitcoin does continue up from these levels, we're going to be zooming in and watching this on a close level to see what Bitcoin dominance is doing, because this will completely crush the alts if Bitcoin dominance breaks above these levels and starts to be on a really serious trend. So we can see this from the beginning of April until now, and we're watching this closely to see if Bitcoin dominance comes back and what that might mean for the altcoins. And the altcoin market cap, I want to point out here, is 10 times what it was back in 2016. And so even though we have an enormous amount of volume in the altcoins, there's still lots of room for them to go to the downside. We'll zoom in and we'll pay attention more on the altcoins in my other stream, and you can find links down about those in the description below. Let's go over what's going on in the altcoins as a result. This is the bull-bear ratio, where we take this trading plan and we go through all the coins on Poloniex just as a representative cross-section of the altcoin market. And we do the bullishness and bearishness index on it here. You can see that at the end of March here, we were very bullish, and we all know that everything crashed here in April. And now through the beginning of May, this time frame, we are more bearish for sure. And we can see it in this listing here, color-coded. So back in March 21st to the April 2nd, we were green and yellows and some neutrals all the way along. Now from April 29th to May 6th, we are reds and oranges, which are fails and near fails. And we can go across the entire spectrum of the cryptocurrency and see the change from all of that bullishness to all of this bearishness right now. And we're doing this daily over on the other live stream so that we can track the change in all of the cryptos as a general rule and see what's going on. We're also dig into all of the coins on Binance as well, and you can see here that on April 24th, 57 of them were passing our trading plan, and 34 of them were failing to new lows. Really, this is very bearish. And right now we're up to 57. I haven't done the scan here yet for today, but yesterday, 2 days ago, we were at 57 fails markets and 43 were passes. The great thing is that there are some great formations setting up in these markets here that may indicate a turnaround if the Bitcoin dominance doesn't crush the alts. Now, if it is going to crush the alts, we're going to see this data right here. We'll see the number of passes dwindling. We'll see the warnings all moving into fails, and we'll see that bear market accelerating here in this chart. So if you're interested in that kind of detailed study and you want to know which other markets are setting up like this, be sure to head over to digitalcurrencytraders.com, sign up for the 7-day trial for $1, and you'll get all sorts of training and details. You can get the book special, or if you're just starting out, be sure to sign up for the free chapter of the book, which is the core strategies that we use in our bull market study over on the other live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your audience, and I hope this is as helpful for you, but really it is a selfish thing for me to be monitoring the markets this closely, because I really enjoy trading when the markets are bullish like this. Good luck in all of your Bitcoin trading. We will see you here tomorrow on the 24 Hours of Bitcoin.